Bakeries, confectionaries and food companies alike have been the hardest hit by the effects of the avian flu outbreak. With over 7 million chickens already culled, sustainability in the food sector remains in the balance. The country is battling 2 strains of avian flu, which are creating a poultry products shortage. Let's take you now live to our reporter, Katleho Sekhotho. Katleho, the impact must be dire when it comes to those doing business in the food sector. How much of a dent are businesses suffering?
Certainly, Mpo. So we are here at the Fournos Bakery in Dunkeld, and as you can see around me, it's all wonderful treats and breads and rolls. Here we've got choc chip cookies, gingerbread, almond pretzels, and nut slices. So all the things, all the goodies, baked goodies that we all love all the time, and especially if you have a sweet tooth, you know, this is the place to be. But it is about the egg shortage that the country is experiencing in several provinces within the country. That's Gauteng, Mpumalanga, Limpopo and the Free State. And as you rightly say there, 7 million chickens culled. And a Fournos, a company like this, which uses hundreds of thousands of eggs a week, a month, you know, this adds up to a lot. And it is about what do businesses such as this one do mitigating the avian influenza that we are experiencing across the country. But to speak to me more about this issue and how it's affecting Fournos, I have with me the executive chef of Fournos, just to chat to us about the impact of the avian influenza as it relates to the business. Thank you so much for speaking to us. You know, just tell me, as a business, how are you mitigating this shortage of eggs and chicken supply we're seeing across the board?
There's a few steps that we've taken so far. Number one, we started stockpiling some of our essential goods, specifically our chicken and eggs. Now, it's not just with us that we're doing it. As soon as we found out that there is a problem, we started phoning our suppliers, Gravity Farm, Wolford, and saying to them, listen, we take 100 cases a week. Can you guarantee this to us? And they've done that. They've actually worked very nicely with us to try and find out how they can assist us. So our ways that we are looking forward is to try and develop certain products forward that can help us with our egg shortages. Number one. Number two is to identify the products that use a lot of eggs and cut down on the production of that specifically.
So, Jovan, in terms of egg supply, do you have your own farms or do you buy in bulk from somewhere? And now with this influenza, how do you mitigate that loss, and has it affected you from the farm perspective?
Yes. First of all, no, we don't have our own farms. We only do baking. For losses in there, if we look at, we buy 32,000 eggs, just above that a week. If you take a slight increase of 1 rand or 1 rand 3 cents that we basically have on our eggs now, that's a massive increase for us. So 120,000 rand extra a month we have to pay now just for eggs. So there's certain ways that we had to actually try and mitigate it. We've started to buffer some of the items, and then we need to try and see with development once again what can we do.
And now, Jovan, I'm no chef, but in terms of is there an alternative to eggs? I think we take them for granted every day. In the morning, you have your scrambled or your fried eggs, sunny side up, down. In terms of an alternative, is there one? And what would that taste like, feel like? Is there anything we could do if we don't have eggs?
It depends on what we're using it for. If we use for breakfast, there's nothing better than an egg. But we are developing some of our actual breakfast items so that we've got eggless breakfast also. Yeah. But if we look at something like our pastéis de nata, our Portuguese custard tarts, the essential is custard. That is an egg. Our baked cheesecake takes 16 eggs in there. How can you replace that? Yeah. So the only way that we can do is to try new recipes, but try and keep the same quality and standards that we've had as for Fournos for all of the years. Yeah. So if we do glazing for stuff, there's options, but it can't affect our quality and standards.
And I was just about to ask you that, your message to the Fournos customer. Obviously, they know the brand, they know what they get from you in terms of birthday cakes, wedding cakes, whatever kind of breakfasts, lunches. In terms of the Fournos customer, considering this influenza, what's your message to them?
Fournos will try and buffer as much as possible, and we will always give you the best quality that we can. Stay in our brand loyal, stay loyal to our brand motto of quality. But there will be some increases, but we will try and buffer it a little bit to stop it from increasing too much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Thank you so much.
Have a good day.
Thank you. So Mpho, you heard it there from Jovan, the executive chef here at Fournos, just explaining the impact that the egg shortage will have on a business such as this one, costing them a lot more money, and perhaps also may result in the increase of their prices here in the stores. And that's really some of the hard-hitting facts around this avian influenza as it relates to stores and bakeries, confectionaries, which obviously use so many eggs every day, all the time.
Absolutely, the ripple effect of the avian flu being felt across the board. Katleho, Sekhotho, we leave it there for now.